Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to crochet this customized phone pocket. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. For this tutorial we are going so this is a size small and I made it using around 60 grams. Now I'm going to make a slightly longer version. It will be size medium, but this is a size short. A written pattern is available on my Etsy shop. Let's get started. For this tutorial I used the milk cotton yarn. For this tutorial we're going to use it in size white. You will need measuring tape, a pair of scissors. We'll need 2 stitch markers for each piece, darning needle to weave in your ends. And for this tutorial we are going to use a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. Let's get started. To begin, start by making a slip knot. For this size we are going to chain 80. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Continue. I'll meet you once you have 80 and 80. So you'll make a chain long enough for your desired length. So for this you can customize it for any size you'd like. To begin row 1, I'm going to make the loop on my hook a bit loose and then turn my work, and on that first stitch, on that first chain, I'm going to work on the back bump for this whole row. But on that first chain I'm just going to work my first single crochet. I didn't no for this project you're not going to chain one at the beginning of every row. We're just going to pull the yarn a bit loose so that it's the same height of a single crochet row, and then work across. So for this row 1 we're just going to work 1 single crochet on the back bump of the foundation chain. So just put your hook through the bump on the back, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 2, work your single crochets to the end. I'll meet you at the end. We have come to the end of the first row, working on the back bump. If you turn your work, you'll see how the back looks nice and even. That's why I like working on the back bump. For row 2, again, we are not going to chain 1. Instead, we're going to pull the yarn at least the same height of your single crochet row. Turn your work without chaining, and then just work your first single crochet, both loops on the first stitch. And then on all the stitch moving forward, you're going to work on the back loop only. So for row 2, the first and the last stitch you work on both loops, and the 78 stitches in between you're going to work on the back loop only. Work your single crochets. I'll meet you at the end of row 2. So the end of row 2, the last stitch you'll get a single crochet on both loops. So we are done with row 2. So row 3, 4, 5 and 6 we're going to repeat what you've done on row 2, where the first and the last stitch you work single crochet both loops, and then 78 single crochets on the back loop only. And I'll meet you once you're done with row 6. We are coming to the end of row 6. And this is how it looks like. Okay. So before we go to row 7, we'll take our stitch markers. This is where we'll take our stitch markers. And from this end, we're going to count 10. We're going to count 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on the 11th stitch, we are going to place a stitch marker like that. And then from the end we've just been working on, we are going to count 30 stitches. Okay, so we're going to do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I'm going to place my stitch marker on the 31st, on the 31st stitch. So it means this here in the middle has 40, this has 30, this side has 30, and the top side of our phone pocket will have 10 stitches. To begin row 7, again you'll pull your loop long enough to the same height or as your single crochet row, and then the first stitch we are going to work a single crochet on both loops like that, and then for the next stitch you're going to skip one and work on both loops. On the next stitch work a single crochet, and then now we're going to work on the skipped stitch where we're going to yarn over, put your hook through the skipped stitch, pull up a loop, make it long, make it a bit long, yarn over again, pull up a loop on the same stitch, pull it through to pull it again, pull it so that it's the same height, yarn over, pull through the first 4, you'll have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and we're going to repeat this until we have 1 stitch before the stitch marker. So again, skip 1, single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 4, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, skip 1, single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 4, yarn over, pull through 2. So repeat this until you have 1 stitch remaining before your stitch marker. I'll meet you there. And we're going to do the last one. Single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through 4, yarn over, pull through 2. And the last stitch here, the 30th stitch, we're going to work a single crochet on both loops. Okay, and then now remember we said from this stitch marker to the next stitch marker is 40 stitches. We're going to chain 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. And then the next stitch we are going to work the stitch after the stitch marker, because from the stitch marker to the stitch marker is 40. That means this is the we're going to work in the next stitch, and we're going to work a single crochet both loops like that on that first stitch, and then we're going to skip 1, single crochet in the next, yarn over, continue with the pattern detail. Again, skip 1, single crochet, work the pattern detail, skip 1, work the pattern detail, and then skip 1, work the pattern detail, and the last stitch of the row you will work a single crochet on both loops like that. So row 7 is complete. Okay, we're going to work row 8 where we'll finish the witch here, where we'll finish the wheat cluster stitch. So again, the first stitch, pull up a yarn, make your first single crochet of the row like we've been making, and then we are going to skip 1 stitch, single crochet in the next like that, and then on this skipped stitch we are going to work that stitch where you yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up another loop. You have 5 loops, yarn over, pull through the first 4, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're going to repeat this like that until you get to the chain stitches. Okay, single crochet, work the pattern on the skipped stitch, skip 1, single crochet, work the pattern, and we'll work a single crochet on both loops on this stitch. And then now we're going to work on the chain stitches, whereby again I'm going to work so when we were working the foundation chain, I worked on the back bump, but this time I'm going to work on these 2 loops, whereby the back bump is the one remaining at the bottom of the hook. So this first one is normally a bit tricky. Just find where it is and put your hook through. And then for this stitch, we are going to make one single crochet stitch across on the chained section. So in the chain stitches, work one single crochet on each chain stitch. I'll meet you when you're done with your single crochets on this chain stitch. Once we have worked our single crochets across, now to continue, we'll work a single crochet on both loops on that stitch, and then we're going to complete the wheat cluster stitch. So skip one, single crochet in the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through 4, yarn over, pull through 2, skip one, single crochet, and continue the pattern. I'll meet you when you have one stitch remaining. This is the final wheat cluster stitch, and then the last single crochet, you will work a single crochet on both loops, and we are done with row 8. Okay, this is how it looks. So for row 9, again, we'll start with a single crochet, and then where there is this pattern stitch, we're going to work a single crochet on both loops, and then when we get to this single crochet where we did the chains, we'll work a single crochet on the back loop only, and then single crochet on both loops, and then one single crochet both loop at the end. Let's continue. So we are going to work on both loops. Okay, single crochet both loops like that. And then now when you get to the single crochets where we did the chain, you're going to work single crochets back loop, and then we'll again work single crochet both loops to the very end until the last stitch. I'll meet you for row 10. So this is what we have. We are going to work row 10. For row 10, we are going to work our first single crochet, and then all single crochet both loops, and then all stitches we're going to work single crochet back loop, and then the last stitch you're going to work on both loops. So for row 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, we are going to repeat this, where the first and the last stitch you work single crochet both loops, and then the stitches in between you're going to work on the back loop only. I'll meet you at the end of row 14. We have come to the end of row 14, and this is how the front pocket looks like. So to finish the edges, we are going to work a single crochet across. Make sure you're working the single crochet when the right side is out. So you're going to work one single crochet for every row below. So these are 14 rows. You need 14 single crochets right side facing you, and then we'll do the same. I'll connect my yarn here, work a single crochet across, and then I'll meet you once I'm done with that. So chain one, and then work one single crochet across. We are done with the first piece, and this is how the first piece looks like. So we did a total of 80, which is 20 inches in length, as you can see. And then we did a total of 14 rows, which is about 3 inches wide. which is 3 inches wide. So to customize this, if you want it maybe smaller, maybe reduce 1 row on each end so that you have 10 rows. But if you want it wider, maybe increase 1 row so that it's a bit wider. But for me, this is okay. So once you're done with the first piece, we're going to make another piece. For me, I have already done that. So here we have 2 identical pieces. Okay, so we already smoothened, we already worked on the edge. Okay, and so now we're going to work the next part to join the 2 together to make it 1 piece. So we're going to take this piece and turn it on the wrong side. Okay, and then we're going to take the other piece and place it on top of the other piece, where this side is the right side, and then the wrong sides are facing each other. And also another thing, make sure that the short side aligns with the short side of this section, and then this long side aligns with this long side of the other section. And now what you're going to do, because now we have 80 single crochet, we have 80 stitches on the long side, 14 stitches on the short side, another 80 stitches on the long side, and another 14 inches on the short side. So what you're going to do, we're going to, if it is moving a lot, what you can do, you can use a stitch marker. Use stitch markers to hold it in place all round. Okay, but for me, I'm good to go. So what you're going to do, we are going to work, remember it's on the right side. Okay, so the wrong sides are facing each other on the inside, which will be the inside side. It will be the inside section of the front pocket, and then the right side will be facing out. And now what you're going to do, we're going to chain 1 first. Okay, and then on the long side, I'm going to work 80 single crochets on this side while placing the crochet hook on both stitches of the top panel and both stitches of the bottom panel. Okay, oh, that one had a knot, so I just need to place my hook there like that. And then I'm just going to work single crochets. Okay, so single crochets on both loops of the front panel, both loops on the back panel, single crochet. I think when I weaved in my ends, I put it too tight. Okay, this is why when you're working your stitches, just make it make your tension favorable for when you need to work back on those stitches. Okay, so both loops on the top side and on the back side, and work 80 single crochets on the long sides, joining the 2 together like that. And work across. I'll meet you at the end of this first side. We're coming to the end of the first side. This is how it looks like so far. Okay, see, we have joined it like that. And now to turn on the next side, on the shorter side, what you're going to do again, you're just going to chain 1. Okay, and on this stitch that you just finished working on coming up, you put a single crochet on it like that. You put a single crochet, and then now work single crochet on both loops of each panel. So continue single crochet both loops. Remember this section had 14, so you'll finish with the 14 stitches joining the 2 panels together like that. And now to continue on this other side again, I'm just going to chain 1, and then I'll work my first single crochet on this stitch, and then 80 single crochets going down. What I'll do, I'll stop here, I'll pause here, take this end that is hanging, put it through my yarning needle, and then on the wrong side, I'm just going to weave in my ends. And I'll show you how I'm going to weave in my ends. I'll just take the yarn, and remember I still need to work on these stitches, so maybe I'll work on the row below, so I'll just push the yarn through so that it meets in the wrong side, and then I'll weave it in through 4 or 5 stitches depending on how long the yarn tail is, and then I'll pull it through. Okay, not too tight. Okay, and then skip that one and then weave it through the next 4 like so. pull it through again, and then lastly I'm going to skip the first one and just pull it through like that, not tight, maintaining the stitch tension, and then I'll cut off the excess. I'll pick up my hook, and then I'll continue where I will work 80 single crochets, both loops of the front and the back panel. When I get here, I'll chain one, then work another 14, get here, cut my yarn, weave in the ends just like I did here to hide the long tail, and your crochet phone pocket is done. I'll meet you with an illustration. The customized crochet phone pocket is complete. So and this is how it works. You put your phone on or in the long side, and then now with this you can wrap it up somewhere or even in your hands. I like it. I like how spacious it is as compared to this small one. This small one is nice for just putting in your hands, while this one you can wrap it in your handbag, in your suitcase. I will show you a picture right after this. Thank you so much for coming to another tutorial. If this is your vibes, if you like creative and you'd like to learn crochet techniques, please consider subscribing, share, comment. If you use this to make, also don't forget to tag any of my social media pages. I'd love to hear back from you. And thank you so much for making it to the end. I'll meet you in my next tutorial. Thank you so much.